Folks, we are back. Breakdown Boys, Wade Sensei.
Hoos!
Check this out, Sensei, huh? Talk to the people.
Saying, look at the merch we out here.
We say, hey, buddy, we double merched up, son.
Facts.
So
the breakdown one looks. I'm so jealous. That's so fire.
Come on, bro. Now listen, the people can't get their hands on this bad boy just yet, but we're fine tuning it. This is the prototype, okay? This is like me when I'm, you know what I'm saying, walking up on the OnlyFans girl. I'm like, yo, what's up with the prototype? You know, no. This is a first generation, but we're still working on it. So you guys can you know what I'm saying, just take a peek. If you like what you see, let us know in the comments down below. But Sensei, today we have to talk about the fight that the people have wanted to see since it's been announced. The one that's going to main event Misfits 007. And the one that includes a somewhat now controversial figure that I would have said was Joe Fournier, but now has become KSI. Sensei, did you see the press conference today? KSI Joe Fournier.
I saw the highlights, the clips, the reels, the shorts of it. Okay.
That's what you be on. You be on the shorts grind.
I saw calm.
Okay, so that's what we're going to take a look at because I need to. We're not going to watch the entire presser. I'll fill you in. It was a lot of Joe Fournier saying KSI is in no way on his level as a boxer. He's not ready for the power Joe Fournier brings. David Hayes saying the same thing, like, hey, and David made good points, like, yo, KSI is going to have to make up a lot of ground in a year and a half since the last time David Hayes saw him in a sparring room. He's like, I watched him, you know, move around and stuff, and I don't think then he would have beat Joe. And when I was making my video on it, I said, yeah, that's a fair point, you know?
Right.
It was KSI off a 3-year layoff with a brand new team.
Yep.
Hadn't fought anyone since Logan, right? And wasn't in the greatest shape. He was getting to that point.
I was going to say, what kind of shape was he in? Because we know JJ transforms in like 4 months.
Right? So he wasn't in the greatest shape then. So that's a fair point to make. But now it's a little different. And JJ on their side saying, listen, we're too explosive, too young, too powerful, and too much cardio. Now my question to you is, do you think that will be enough from JJ's side, or do you think what Joe Fournier and David Hayes are talking about is going to make the difference?
Definitely is going to help JJ.
Yeah.
Right? Because we know he trains hard.
Facts.
Right? However, we've seen, based off of his post and the way he's been talking, there's like a healthy fear now.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact this is similar to the intensity that JJ was going through when he was getting ready for Logan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a different monster. You know what I'm saying? That's a dude who's just, to me, who's going to turn it up even a higher notch than before.
Right.
Right? In the training room and taking risks with the sparring. And now I feel like he's not like, you know, let's just work it up. We're working up. I feel like, okay, I'm here now.
Let's go.
I gotta go. This is it. I gotta put everything into it. This needs to be my best camp, not like working back into shape and this is like warm-up fights. None of that. Right? So I feel like there's just a level of hunger, and I don't know if, you know, Fournier is, again, one of those guys similar to Jake Paul's opponents that maybe overlooking the YouTuber. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm supposed to be this guy. He can't, whatever, and he's got his shades. He's like slick, and but he's up there in age.
Yeah.
Right? And when you underestimate a guy that's young, a hungry bull like JJ, it's got all the makings for JJ to, you know, in his eyes or in Joe Fournier's, upset him. Right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Joe looks at his win like an upset, right? That's what he was in the press conference today. He's like, I'm gonna shock all of you guys. Everybody thinks KSI is going to beat this seasoned pro guy, and Joe does a little bit below his own experience, right? He does give himself a little more credit than maybe he deserves for some of the wins he has, and I think his record is a bit bloated. I think that his skill set is there, and that's something JJ is really going to have to prepare for. In the presser today, something that Joe Fournier said really caught my attention. He knows what JJ brings, and this is something that I'm starting to put together in my head. The game plan is now out with JJ, right? There is no more hiding what he does best.
No surprise.
We've seen it time and time again, and he's added the blitz, and Joe was talking about it. He's like, listen, I watched Temper catch you a couple of times with that blitz. I watched him stick a left hand on you. He didn't have any power for it, and you didn't respect his power. You're going to respect mine. I was like, okay, like they know what they're getting into with this kid now. There's a level of respect enough to understand, like, yeah, he's explosive, he's quick, he's fast, But you're right. I do think there's a little bit of underestimation from Joe's team as well, because they're seeing what KSI is doing to temper, but maybe not what he's doing in sparring, in training with high-level guys. But that's something that you can't see and is only replicatable in the fight with Joe. I think that's where
I think they
yeah,
I think one thing that they underestimate is the type of fighter JJ is.
Yeah.
And not just when I say like them, I think Jake Paul was the same thing. Even we saw Le'Veon Bell with Uriah Hall.
Yeah.
We saw Anderson Silva with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Right? We saw Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Right? They think that they're just going to be able to walk them down. They think that they're going to be tougher than them, that they're not going to be able to handle the adversity, not be able to handle the bright lights. And they're not cut from the same cloth, and they're not a true fighter.
The YouTuber, right?
Yes, and they think that they're just going to walk right through them. And I think the Anderson Silva, Jake Paul was a perfect example of that. And I think the Uriah Hall and Le'Veon Bell was a perfect example of that. They think they're just going to walk through, and maybe they don't fight with a healthy fear, right? They feel too confident. And if Joe comes in like that, even if he catches, JJ a little bit, right? I think, or if he has some success, that's where JJ becomes dangerous.
Yes.
Right? Because, okay, all right, I got him now. No, dude. And I think that's where I lean towards JJ, because I'm almost more confident in JJ's just toughness and the amount of work that he's putting in and his willingness, what he's willing to do to win that fight,
right,
in comparison to what Joe Fournier may be willing to do to win that fight.
That's a big key, because at the end of the day, yes, skills will make the difference, but to a certain degree, JJ pushes himself like nobody else, man. And it is, honestly, it's a good and bad thing in my opinion. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It is starting to worry me, because I don't know if you saw this today in the press conference. JJ looked like he was just dead tired, bro. Like he's just, and we'll talk about it now.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of external stuff going on, man.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like we talked about it with my situation, which, that shit's done, whatever. But you now have this controversy with, him saying the slur and, a lot of people going at the Sidemen, and that's just another thing. And not to say that like, oh, it's just another thing. Like he fucked up. That's something you just can't do, right?
Right.
Just can't do it. So he brought it on himself, but at the same time, it's like now again, your mental, your physical, your emotional.
Right, mental and emotional.
Yeah.
Just burnout.
Yeah.
Right? There's already so much mental and emotional stress when it comes to camp.
Yeah.
We're talking about this is JJ's biggest test, right? On paper, this is his biggest test. This is everything right here. Yeah. He gets this. He wins this fight. He gets the fight that we've been waiting years for.
That's it.
Right? So there's all this pressure, right, which may be causing a bit of the controversy, right? Because he's not in his right mind. There's so much tension,
right?
But then he has to deal. He had the situation with you. Then he has this other situation he's dealing with. You can see a little bit of the burnout, and it may not be physical burnout, but just the mental and emotional burnout.
Yeah,
which will lead to physical burnout.
Plus the fact that he trains like he says he does.
Yeah. So and to me, like I know we're going to talk about the push.
Yeah.
But like his reaction to that push is not a traditional JJ reaction.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because he's been going through so much controversy and that mental and emotional just like torment he's been going through. Regardless whether it's self-inflicted or not, he's still going through it, right?
Right.
It's almost like there's no more of that like when he like wants to that mental warfare and go after you, because it's like, man, I've been doing that and it's been backfiring on me now, right? And taking L's when it comes to that, But he is in fight camp, and that's the energy he needs. It has got to be directed, right, and channeled properly. But what do you think about that push and shove and his reaction to that? Because it's not a typical JJ reaction.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, something does come to mind. When he called me and some of the stuff we talked about, he said it publicly. He was like, do I want to go back and forth? Do I want to put myself in that position to firefight again? Or do I just want to call the man and just talk it out? I have a feeling, like we've just talked about, his energy level to all this external stuff it's getting to him. To a certain degree, it's getting to him. And it's starting to show. And I think this was another way of him just going, you know what? It's not worth it to try to go back at him and take the do-rag off and go predator braids and the whole thing.
Right.
It's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like what he did to Dylan or what him and Dylan did at Austin, it accomplished nothing, essentially.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was a lot of energy and him running around, and maybe he's learning from that a bit. But let's take a look at the push. It was very uncharacteristic for sure, but it's almost more funny to hear what Joe's reasoning is for the push. It's hilarious. All right, can you hear this?
You were wearing heels last time I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You're
sure,
going to be wearing heels in your next sketch on YouTube.
Okay, first off, what are we doing with the comeback, Joe?
What's going on here?
He said...
This reminded me of Dylan. Remember Dylan and JJ? Like, what was he? Remember what he was saying?
He's like, yeah. You're YouTubing, yeah. So Joe says, or KSI says, you were wearing heels the last time I saw you. You were a little taller. Joe thought he was super quick with it. Man said, you're gonna be wearing heels, and he went, oh shit. Well, I gotta say something now. And the next YouTube sketch you do, it's like you're gonna make him
you're gonna be wearing heels. What? Is
it gonna make
how
him
did we get here, bro?
Like a fashionista, and I don't understand. Joe's gonna knock him out, and he's gonna turn him into a lover of women's shoes, I guess. But
the level of cringe,
it's rough, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna be unconscious. Don't worry, I'll give you a piece. I'll give you 10%. Don't do a deal. I'll do a side deal.
Now, I don't know what this is. Then he says, I'm gonna give you a piece. I'll give you 10%. I think what he means is Joe had been talking about the entire press conference. He was gonna be the new face of Misfits.
Oh, okay.
Now, in my video, Sensei, this is just where my head went, and I hope this is not the case. I have a feeling Joe Fournier is going to turn Misfits into some kind of like new like beach nightclub that he does. I'm afraid of this. I don't want this, bro.
Oh, my gosh.
If he beats JJ, he takes over the company. He makes Todd Grisham and Ade Oladipo DJs for the club. The ring car girls are now the champagne girls. KSI he's going to have to like promote the club now. I don't know, bro. This can't happen.
Bro, it'll never be another event ever.
He will shut the company down.
Correct.
Him being the face of Misfits will shut it down. The face of Misfits will be the freaking trailer park at that point.
So that's what he's saying by the 10%.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Again, there's no context here with Joe. He's just saying things. You're going to wear heels in your next video, and I'll give you 10% of something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
you're going to be wearing heels in your next sketch on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to be unconscious. Don't worry, I'll give you a piece. I'll give you 10%. Don't do a deal. I'll do a side deal. I'll do a side deal. Side deal.
Does that change?
Bars! We'll do a side deal. We'll do a side deal.
Side deal.
Side deal. He's rapping on stage. Mans Taylor, get the man a contract, bro. So now here's the thing that sets Joe off. KSI goes at his chain. And listen, you don't do that to the billionaire from Miami, apparently. Here we go. Well, he's not from Miami, but he lives there.
Ain't even real.
You better get ready for it, though, because I'm a big man. And you're not going to be ready for this.
Why are you wearing chains?
What? Because I can afford it.
Because I can afford it.
Because I can afford it. Obviously, Sensei, if you get that tight over the fact that someone calls out your chain and then you say the words, because I can afford it, that shit's fake, bro.
But exactly. I was going to say, this was like, it seemed faker than my prank with Kenny, bro.
This seems like, it seems a little, you know?
Because it felt like he was just talking and he was like, had a little countdown in his head and he was like, all right, I need to push him at some point.
Yeah. Now, I don't think that they talked about it, but I think that Joe in his head went, okay, I got to like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, Joe is like, it's not like an honest, impulsive reaction.
No. Unless he just has a fake chain on and that's the fake part of it. I don't know. Unless he's like, why would you even question?
I'm just going to push you now.
Yeah, now I'm going to push you.
And he didn't even get like there's no real animosity. There's no real fire here.
He didn't even get like a raise in his voice. It was like
no, and JJ's like okay, like it's not like a real back and forth.
They don't even.
He doesn't like him.
Yeah,
right?
they don't even. There's no feeling toward either of them toward the other one. There's like, all right, let's just get this done.
We're gonna be wearing heels in your next sketch on YouTube.
He's like
sidemen.
Okay.
Side deal. Sidemen.
Sidemen.
Push.
Well, listen. KSI, he could have handled himself better with the push. Because we've seen him throw. And no, I don't mean just in the boxing ring, Sensei. I mean, we've seen this man throw everything. And this was something I want to bring up because it is reminiscent of his boxing style. You haven't seen this yet?
No, I have not seen it.
Okay.
I am excited for this.
First off, people win at my feet, bro. People win at my feet here. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even look at my feet.
Yours are fine. Look at these. Look at this toe. That's full-on separation, buddy. That's not even the same zip code, boss. I got a thumb
It's
on my foot.
It's because the camera lens is pulled. It's like the wide lens. The
Facts.
fish.
What is this face? What the hell is this, bro? What's going on here? that's you mimicking the boy.
They only just
Hold on
make
a
your
second.
photoshops. Hey,
What we saying?
come
Hey,
on now.
what we saying? Shake your ass. Okay, buddy. I gotta figure out where this thing is, bro. Hold on. I liked it somewhere down here. I liked it. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Damn, yo, he's turning into that right there. That picture, bro.
So,
bro,
this is what JJ should have done when Joe Fournier shoved him. Okay, this is what he should have done. First off, Logan Paul was the first one to pitch here. We'll just quickly get through his because he didn't even try, bro.
Okay, it's hard if you commit to it. It's kind of like.
Yeah, he didn't commit. You know, this is the typical Logan thing.
If you commit to it, though, you can miss bad. You know,
but that's the thing. You can tell someone's mindset by the way they throw this pitch. Logan on the big stage. I don't want to try to embarrass my bro. Just throw the ball. You look at him. He's meaning this.
Okay.
They're booing the crap out of him too.
No.
Yes, dude. What is this? Okay, buddy. See
why did he push it?
Yeah, you know why. You know why.
He was afraid.
He was afraid, bro. He didn't want to throw it over the head. He didn't want to get the, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't want that extension. He didn't get that extension, dude.
You can't go up there, bro. I know you on that mound. You're throwing 90 down the pipe, dog.
Bro, just a missile.
Just
I may throw my arm out.
Facts.
If I'm missing like a missile. All right. I want you to pause it on first when he lifts his leg. If he does.
Okay.
And then right before he releases the ball, like one of those things like, hey, is it like a fail or a success type thing? And let me guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know this is not a traditional baseball pitch. So we'll pause it exactly before he lets it fly.
All right. The crow hop. Oh, buddy.
JJ, let this thing rip, buddy. Now, granted, the only thing
this is a reverse softball pitch. Like, if I'm throwing a softball, like, and we say, let's do this in reverse and do it the opposite way instead of underhand.
Yeah.
But like the same, like,
but
like overhand.
The same motion, yeah. But you just let it go earlier.
Is this a cricket thing?
This is a cricket thing. That's what I was gonna say. This is how he's learned this.
I feel like this is a cricket thing.
And it's not bad the way it actually goes down, but this is what JJ should have done to Joe Fournier when he got shoved. He's like, motherfucker, listen here, and throw that bad boy. Because we've seen that right hand many times in a boxing ring.
Bro,
we've seen that.
That ball is up there, bro.
He launched that. Look at this. It's not even that bad though. It got there. You know what I'm saying? Fair play to the guy.
Hold on, I gotta see the footwork again. Is that what they do in cricket? He went here. Oh,
it's better than Logan's. Fair play to him.
Look at Logan.
Great job, fellas.
They booed again.
Yeah, bro. Everybody's booing.
I'm disappointed. We got a shot put and a reverse softball throw.
Launch that shit. I mean, listen. I don't expect much from JJ. I expect more from Logan. He's a high level
because
athlete.
I don't expect him to be able to throw a baseball. It's an American sport.
It's different, bro.
They play it, but it's not like, you know, everyone around here grew up playing Little League. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Logan knows how to throw that. He knows better. But
you know,
that's what JJ should have done to Joe Fournier. What's he gonna do on May 13th? Comment section. We don't have those answers. The press conference today, you could take two things away. Either JJ is in a more calm state and he's trying to be more zen with all these outside things going on and then having to refocus on the fight, or you could say JJ is not in the right headspace. We don't know which one that is. The comment section, you let us know down below. And on May 13th, I guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it